Welcome to Refocus-On-U, the podcast that takes you through a spiritual journey of overcoming the battles and gaining the victories in your life by incorporating the 8 fundamentals of health. Connect with us online at RefocusOnU.com. That's RefocusOn.com. Or connect with us on Facebook at Facebook.com/RefocusOnU. Now, sit back, rest, relax, refocus, renew, relive, and trust in God completely. Here is your host, Malinda P, and co-host, Dr. E.
Well, hello. I am so glad I'm here today to see another week. Guys, happy Thanksgiving. I know some folks are in the kitchen cooking up a storm. You know, Thanksgiving is one of my favorite holidays, as every day I have something to be thankful for. Dr. E is in the house, and welcome to the Refocus-On-U podcast.
Refocus on you, refocus on you, refocus on you. Let's get focused, y'all. Refocus on you, refocus on you, refocus on you. Life is so good, don't waste your time. It's never too late. Refocus on you, refocus on you, refocus on you, refocus on you. Tell me how to put it all together. Tell me how to put it all together. Tell me how to put it all together. Refocus on you.
Let's get real about this.
Dr. E, how are you doing?
All is well, and like you, this is my favorite time of the year.
Oh, isn't it awesome?
Thanksgiving is a wonderful time.
Yes.
And to all my friends and family who remember the time I cooked my first Thanksgiving dinner.
Oh my gosh, how was it?
And the turkey didn't get done, and I tried to get it done by putting it on broil.
Oh my goodness.
All I can say is I'm sorry.
Oh my gosh, that had to be a hot mess. Who were you cooking for?
Well, first of all, let me say this. I grew up a tomboy. I'm going to make this story short. I did not like cooking or doing anything that I thought was associated with a girl or a woman.
And here she had 6 kids. Wow.
6 kids. So I came home. This is prior to me, right before I got married. I came home to Erie, Pennsylvania, and I was about to undertake the job that my mother and aunt had been giving me since I was 7 years old. And that job was cutting up the vegetables. So I had been cutting up pickles and green peppers and onions for the potato salad and for the stuffing since I was about 7 years old. Now, fast forward to now, I have become older, and I came home saying, I don't want to do the kids' job. I want to do the big people's job.
Oh my gosh.
I want to cook the whole Thanksgiving dinner. And let me tell you, my aunt and my mother looked at each other and said, you know what? We gonna let you do just that. Well, I said, sit back and relax. I got this. Well, my first mistake is this. I didn't wake up until 10 o'clock the next morning.
Right.
Nobody told me that bird takes up the whole oven. When that bird goes in the oven, you can't make any pies, any cornbread for drinks.
Oh my gosh, I can just see it, guys. I can just see her.
Let me say this. And then I had 3 brothers who came down along with my mother, who was saying, Regina, where is the neck and giblets? Now I'm under stress. Ain't nobody got time for that. So anyway, I'm under a tremendous amount of stress. I realized that my predicament is a lot more serious than I had thought. Maybe I should have taken on the job that I've been taking for 20 some odd years, and that was cutting up the vegetables, but I'm too proud to say anything. At that very moment, my mother and my brothers came down looking for the neck and giblets. Well, the turkey didn't come with any neck and giblets, so I thought. I take the turkey out, and inside is the white bag stuck in the turkey I'm cooking with the neck and giblets. Now, Okay. Anyway, I had told everyone dinner would be served promptly at 1:00. Well, we ate at about 7:30. We ate the top of the turkey because remember I couldn't get the whole turkey.
I'm surprised you was able to eat the turkey.
Yeah, we could because I had to put the turkey on broil. I'm trying to speed cook the turkey.
Oh my goodness.
And so what we had for Thanksgiving that day were things that I could cook on top of the stove.
Okay, there we go.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So we had some potatoes,
Right.
some green beans.
Right.
I think I made a banana bread pudding.
Okay.
Those are things. That was the dessert. And the next year, I was put back on cutting up vegetables.
I was going to say you had to be banned from the kitchen. You had to be banned from the kitchen. If not, I would have definitely had to have you banned for sure.
And let me tell you, I needed my water that day because I was under a tremendous amount of stress. I was sweating bullets.
Right,
okay?
right. Oh man. And it's interesting. We used to do the traditional thing for a while, but hubby and I, we've been doing something different each year. We don't stick with the tradition, but I think about my husband, he does all the cooking, right? And one year he did a nice, Jamaican spread, rice and peas and oxtails and I mean, he threw down. And I have to laugh because that was one year. And like I said, Thanksgiving is one of my favorite holidays. And that's usually the holiday where I am in the kitchen all day. But since he said, no, hon, I got this, I was like, okay. I was in the living room crossing my legs, okay? Had me some juice and just kicked back, chilling. And I'll never forget when he came to me, is like, babe, my back hurting, my feet hurting. It sounds like some kind of, woman. And I surely didn't say, well, let me help you, sweetheart. I was like, really? Let me get you, go on and get you some a leaf.
Babe, I'm watching the game.
Okay. I was in the TV. I was chilling. So no, it's a great time of year. It's always something to be thankful for.
Yes.
That's for sure.
Yes.
For sure. Speaking of being a great time of year and everything, that reminds me, you and the family are getting ready to head out soon, right?
Yes, depending on what this pandemic does. But I would like to take my children across country to see some of our national monuments like Mount Rushmore and things like that. So praying that we are able to do that, but using the wisdom that God gave me and looking at the signs of the times. And so from your mouth to God's ears, I'm hoping we can do it. But if I don't see some things that are encouraging, we will be staying right here at home.
Right. And folks, if you've been listening, keep in mind, we've been reviewing each week and going over each law. And again, it is nutrition, exercise, water, sunshine, temperance, air, rest, and trust in God. And so today we are on water. Last week we talked about exercise. Water is very, very important,
Yes, it is.
Right,
yes,
Dr.
It
E?
is. Water is so important. It's a purifier, Malinda P. And when I am speaking to my patients about their health and their blood pressure and their cholesterol and their diabetes, I want to know, what's your water intake? Now, I want you to think about it. Water is a purifier and a cleanser, just like you use it to wash the outside of your body.
That's right.
When you drink it, it is used to wash the inside of your body. It flushes out your kidney. It's what flushes out your liver, your lungs. It's what flushes out all the toxins in the muscles that you have. And I want to ask you a question to my listening audience. Would you wash your car with a carbonated beverage?
No.
Would you wash your car with orange juice or lemonade? Would you wash your car with that? No. nothing but the best for your car.
Exactly.
The best
Right.
is water. So my question to you is, if it's nothing but the best for your car, then why isn't it nothing but the best for your body? And so there's nothing but the best for our car, and our homes. But I don't know why we choose to not give nothing but the best for our bodies. And so you wouldn't wash your car with orange juice or lemonade or carbonated beverages. You wash your car with pure water.
Mm.
When we choose not to drink water and we begin to feel thirsty,
Mm.
that is the body saying we're in trouble.
Mm.
When you feel thirsty, that's the body saying we've had enough.
Right.
You've got to give us some water.
Right.
So let us stop putting our bodies in these unfair predicaments where the body has to send a message to your brain saying, hey, you got to get some water down here. I mean, we need to give our bodies what it needs to do its functions. The kidneys get rid of a lot of toxins. The liver gets rid of a lot of toxins. The lungs have to process all kind of gases to oxygenate the blood. All of these things need water.
And you know, that's so true, Dr. E. I notice myself with this lung disease, if I have not had enough water, the lungs will start talking to me.
Yes.
You know, as well as the muscles. They will let me know, hey, we need some water, or it's on. And having a lung disease, especially with having so much mucus build up, that water flushes it all out.
Yes, it does.
And so that's why it's so important. You know, the good thing about it was I never had a problem drinking water because years ago I had stopped drinking soda. Years ago.
Mhm.
And so water became basically my only beverage. Now, yes, I was having coffee and I was having juice once in a while, but up until about 2 years ago, it's now just been my only beverage.
Yes.
You know, folks will know when they come to my house, you know, I ask people when they come to visit, or if they're coming to stay, let me know in advance so I can go get some juice for people. Because
if you
yeah,
you in trouble.
if you think you about to get a soda or some alcohol, think again. My husband and I, there is no alcohol in the house. My husband is a tea drinker. I like tea as well. But basically, it's water. And I might get a little fancy by making up one of those veggie concoctions that I asked Dr. E to have when she had visited me earlier this year.
I was so desperate. That drink was so good. I fell on hard times.
Oh,
Do
man.
you have anything carbonated? Anything?
Yeah, she was begging for
I
some
would
carbonated.
tell you, she mixed some apple juice with Perrier water.
I said, hey, that's what we'll do, And, like I said, since I've had to change my lifestyle, I make my own juice. I make my own carrot juice. I make my own fruit juice. I just, like I said, I throw the veggies in a Vitamix with a little bit of water, put it in the refrigerator, call it a day, bam. And you know what? That's where I get all my nutrients. Water is, you will definitely not be missing water in the household.
And Malinda P's household. And we are laughing, but in all truth, water is a gift from God.
Yes.
It really is.
Yes, it is.
It's not only a purifier, and it keeps the blood consistent and keeps the core temperature down in our body, but it signifies something spiritual. He said that if you follow me and you stay in my word, the water that you drink with him, you'll never thirst again. You'll never thirst again.
Wow.
And even though our bodies must drink every single day in order to be revitalized with water, when we stay with God, the water that he gives springs up into eternal life. And so water is also a gift, and it's a gift from God. And I know that it's not purple or pink or orange, but it's pure. You can see right through it. It's transparent, and it comes when it's taken in, it goes right to its job.
Mm-hmm.
If you have arthritis and you're stiff, I would suggest you take in a little bit more water.
Yeah,
Did you
definitely.
know when you're dehydrated, your tendons and your muscles get stiff?
Yeah, exactly.
Your blood gets thick. So water is very important to our living. And I know, Malinda P, that you said the same thing, because I want you to remember your lungs are made up of tissues and muscles. And when you are dehydrated, those muscles get tight and tense.
Exactly.
They're not lubricated. Your joints aren't moving. So if you've got arthritis and you're dehydrated, you're more stiff in the morning. Okay. So I'm saying water, it's a very simple thing, but it helps.
Yeah.
And it helps a great deal with a lot of the things that we suffer with day by day.
You know, looking at over this little article, it says, Dr. E, that recent studies by the University of Connecticut's Human Performance Laboratory showed that even mild dehydration causes mental, mood, and cognitive deficiency.
Wow.
So, Dr. E, we're almost out of time. Give us our last word or a little nugget that folks can take with them to encourage them to drink more water.
I want to end with this. God always gives us the best. And if you look at every single thing God has created, have you ever noticed that the world always has a substitute? So God gives us pure water.
Right.
That keeps our joints and muscles and ligaments and tendons lubricated and moving. It keeps our blood at a consistency where it doesn't clog up and stop up. And yet the world always gives us something a little different and tries to make us think it's just as good or better than water.
Right.
But it isn't. It's an imitation.
Right.
And an imitation doesn't do what the real thing does. And so what I am challenging all of us out there who are listening, I want you to start drinking the real thing every single day. If you don't do anything but increase your water intake by 1 or 2 cups a day, I'm going to get my water in. I'm going to get the gift that God gave me in water and see that it doesn't help you feel better.
That's right. Folks, I want to leave you with this little tidbit. Did you know drinking water fast flushes the system, while sipping water throughout the day keeps the body hydrated? If you are not drinking enough water throughout the day, please make it a habit each day to increase your water intake and notice a difference. Well, folks, that's a wrap. Join us next week as we discuss the next law of health. Follow us on social media and visit our website with our latest article series called Narcissism. I love you all, and thank you for hanging out with us today. Trotz Medicine. That's see you later, folks.
Thank you for joining us and listening to the Refocus podcast on envisionradio.com. If you would like to send us an email, contact Malinda P at refocus-on-u.com or visit the Refocus website at www.refocus-on-u.com. That's refocus-on.u.com. And while you're there, grab a Refocus-On-U coffee mug.
and sit back and rest, relax, refocus, renew, and relive. We'll see you next week.